Hey guys, how's it going? All right, so I've got another advanced tutorial for you. This pose is called Half Moon. Again, another one of my favorites. It's so beautiful whenever you're actually able to get into it and hold it, and it's just very freeing. It's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this half moon looks like, and then I'm going to walk you through getting into it, and then I'm also going to offer you a way to use props to help you get into it and stay into it. All right, set that aside for now. Okay, it's rolling. All right, now I'm going to show you my half moon. So the furthest progression of this pose is here, but the last progression would be to take your gaze up to the ceiling. So again, I'm here, got my half moon, and then slowly, I'm gonna try to shift my gaze up. So you see, it can be hard. It is a very, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to have full attention when you're in this posture. All right, so the way you're gonna get into it, you can just go straight into it from, like I did, you just pop right into it from here. This is a really awesome pose to transition into from a warrior two, or to transition out of into a warrior two. The easiest way I would say would be to get into it from a warrior three, which there's also a video for warrior three as well. So if you need some touch-ups for that pose, I definitely recommend watching that video first and then hopping on over to this one, okay? All right, so I'm gonna find my warrior three. I'm going to find my balance. My gaze is down at the ground, just above my mat. From here, I'm going to start to rotate my hips open. So when you're half moon, your hips are facing the long edge of your mat right here. So they're facing this way towards you right now, not towards the ground. So when you're warrior three, your hips are down, and your half moon, your hips are open. Your floating foot is going to be flexed. You're going to extend your bottom arm. And when you feel steady, you're going to extend your top arm. And then try to take the gaze up. Awesome. As you can see, I am winded, because this pose is difficult. It does require your full attention. Like I said, it's very pretty, but don't get frustrated with yourself on the journey to get into this pose. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do the other side and go over muscle engagement. So just like in any one-legged posture, your standing leg, you are going to engage your muscles from the ground down. So I've got my foot planted nice and firm. My toes are spread as wide as I can get them. And then I'm engaging my calf muscle, my quad, my hamstring, my glute. So now I'm going to find my warrior three. Okay, so now I'm in my warrior three. My hips are facing down towards the ground. I have not opened them up yet. My back foot, my floating foot is flexed. Hands at heart center. I'm going to find my balance here first, and then I'm going to start to open it up. Once I am fully open with my hips, I will then go into my half moon. So notice you don't want to go from here to here. This is not your half moon. Yes, you are halfway there, but finding that rotation of the hips is going to be a little more difficult because you've got the added weight of your arm and of your leg, and you've got this arm pulling you down towards the ground, gravity. So start small. So now you're here. Now you rotate open. Once you're open, you drop the hand. Find your balance here. Then come here. So my standing leg is fully engaged. My floating leg is fully engaged. My core is engaged. Both of my glutes are flexed right now. And I was breathing. So, like I said before, you can see how difficult this posture can be. So, we're going to use some props to help us get into it and get a little bit stronger before we float the hand off of the bottom. So I'm using a yoga wheel. You could also use a yoga block for this, or if you don't have either of those props, you can almost just use a chair, like just a regular old like dining chair. So I'm going to put the wheel at the top of my mat, and I'm going to find a warrior 3 on this side. So I got my warrior 3. I found my eye gaze. I'm engaging my standing leg. Then I'm going to start to rotate my hips open. I'm going to reach down. I'm going to let my hand rest on the wheel, but I'm not putting my weight on it, if that makes sense. So you're using this as a prop to basically bring the ground closer to you. To get out, if you can stay in, bend the knee. Boom. Warrior 2. One of my favorite transitions is to go from half moon into warrior 2 because your body is positioned correctly into that space. I'll show you from here. So we're in a warrior 2. Bend the knee, reach forward, push off with your back foot. Take your time. Half moon. Nice job. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to engage. So again, if you're going to use the wheel, the block, the chair, you're just using this to bring the ground closer to you. So I'm not bearing my weight on it because, I mean, obviously this is a wheel, so if I'm going to bear my weight on it, it's going to roll. So you're trying to avoid doing that. I know it's easy to, when you have a prop, to use the prop to support you fully. And that is what they are for, but in this case, it's more to guide you, to help you get stronger. So once you're able to get here, you're able to really feel your standing leg, to engage your core, to engage your floating leg, and then eventually get that top arm into the sky. So if you have props, highly suggest using them. And if you don't, and this yoga is something that you really want to start making a regular practice of yours, I highly recommend just going to the store, grabbing some. You can get some for really cheap at Ross. You can get them online for really cheap on Amazon. And I even have some in the studio for sale too. So if you come to the studio, I know not everybody comes to the studio. All right, so that was our half moon tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. You know that I am an open book, so if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or you just want me to check out your half moon and what it looks like, feel free to send me a video, or feel free to ask me after class, like, hey, can you check this out for me? All right, guys, have a wonderful day.